You all find yourself within these strange underwater rooms made of various branches and bone meshed together with what seems to be mud. The lizard folk around you all seemingly frightened, sitting in silence. Lily, another leather strap was put over the let me look. Yes,
Jessica?
Linda was put over Linda's face again as another lizard folk is now trying to stop her thrashing. Grave. And PB, all the crocodiles who have crawled up against the far wall seem to have settled down for the night, as the lizard folk around you are doing the same. Always, however, glancing around at even the slightest sound.
Uh, should I make a Constitution check to try and stay awake?
Oh, fire goes face first. It bubbles.
You may attempt to, yes.
because if it's both nightfall and we're underground, that it feels like something I
It's
should
just
try and make a
sleepy.
check about that.
More specifically, you're underwater.
It's even worse. It's more sleepy.
It's like, yes, sleeping now, face
Wait,
first, ass
was
up.
it a con check or save?
Her tail slowly is the
Save.
only thing, like a flag out of the water.
Oh, that's
Oh.
And you're out.
Like a light.
We'll see you at the bottom.
As
of the
soon as she
swamp
sits
later.
down, she just immediately slumps over.
With an that one like that, it's like, no, she's out before she even sits down.
That last rung of the ladder was a doozy.
Exactly. And she's just now
So-
face down, tail up, one skin, as is normal.
Lily, what will you choose to do? There are plenty of pillows and cushions and some provisions down here. The two lizard folk, sleep against the ladder as the, one lady walks over and, hands you a drink.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any self-preservation skills, and Lily would take the drink.
Could you make me a con save?
Yeah, I will. 16.
As you're tasting it, you do realize that there is likely some sort of orb in this that makes you feel much sleepier, a bit woozy, but you're able to stay awake.
That's okay. I think I'd at least get to the pillows. Just like I've seen Bruno do it many a time where he like walks around like a dog and gets comfortable, and Lily's like, I mean, it's a pillow on the ground. What are the other Minotaur ladies other than Linda seem to be doing? I assume she's still struggling.
Linda has been wrapped up in a rug.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, uh, Magnolia is just kind of drawing little doodles in the dirt with a fancy silvered stick. And Clementine Fields has drinking her tea and is out cold.
She gets it. I think Lily would sit next to Magnolia, and if I could find not a fancy stick, but like a similar stick.
You realize these are actually fancy smoking wands that
Oh,
ladies of high
interesting.
society would use. You've
Oh.
never owned one before, but within your time traveling amongst the richer circles, you've seen it used in a few instances.
There's that one lady. If there was another, Lily would.
The bathroom is no longer occupied. I will be back.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna play. why can't I remember what the game is called all of a sudden? When you draw pictures and communicate, please, somebody.
Dictionary?
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. I was gonna say garlic phone.
I'm gonna play Pictionary with Magnolia to tell her about her sisters waiting for her.
Okay, new pope seems alright.
Oh yeah, no, he is.
Just
I
had
fuck
a
with the new
host
pope.
come in. The new pope explains woke for those who are still confused. To all who sent prayers, love, and hope as I begin this sacred journey, thank you. I accept this role not as a throne, but as a vow. To serve the forgotten, to uplift the broken, to speak plainly where others stay silent. To be called woke in a world that sleeps through suffering is no insult, it is gospel. Woke means awakened by compassion, guided by truth, humbled by grace, committed to justice not just for some, but for all. So let them mock, let them sneer. We will still build the kingdom not with walls, but with love. Be awake, be loving, be woke.
Now that guy understood what Jesus was trying to do.
I just sat
This
down. What is Grave reciting?
The new pope.
speech
Pope
from the
said.
Pope as he was brought in. It's like I don't care. It's like Pope Francis.
Pope Leo.
Yeah, Pope, like we have Pope Francis. Yeah, let the gays be married. We have now got a Pope Leo. Be woke. It's like okay,
Eh,
2 for 2 on seemingly decent popes so far.
kind of against anything that brands itself as woke, because it never ends well.
I don't like when it gets in the wrong circles and people seem to misunderstand the concept.
When people radicalize it, yeah, not great. But radical anything is usually bad.
I don't know. I've never seen the concept applied to anything that wasn't radical in some way.
We should go back to D&D.
Yes, let's just go back to D&D, please.
Yes, I think this is a discussion for a different time. Let us not get ourselves off track with discussing the ins and outs of progressivism.
Um, Somebody was doing something. I don't remember what.
Lily Bear was doing something.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Lily
yeah.
was-
I was trying to look for another one of those smoker sticks so that I could do
yes, yes, yes.
why have I already forgotten it again? Grave, what's it called?
Pictionary.
Thank you. I want to play Pictionary with. My brain kept saying pictogram, and I'm like, no. I mean, yes, but no.
What is Pictionary?
Oh, it's where you draw a card. Okay, so if I remember correctly, you're
It's like
broken up into
charades, but with
teams of
pictures.
2, and you pull a card, and you need to describe what it is without saying the word, so the other person draws it. They have to draw what the item is, and everyone else has to guess.
So, if I drew
Based
a
on the
fox,
picture.
I could say a small, cute, fluffy woodland creature.
Well, you can't speak. You gotta draw it.
Oh, it's
right.
like silent charades.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I got
to get
I got
points.
a
No,
thing
you were
confused.
right. I think you had it.
Yeah, I was on the right track. Wrong thing.
Yeah. So if you have to trust two people to understand what their drawings mean to each other
Uh-huh.
in like 10 seconds or something crazy.
Oh,
30
no.
maybe. You're on a time limit too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to put a time limit on this. I just essentially Lily would like to attempt to draw in the dirt like a picture of like a house and like a girl with like little horns and a moo tail standing out front of it to try and tell Magnolia about her sister waiting for her.
Give me a performance check.
All right. 26.
So you sit there, and you're like taking into account composition, the perspectives. You're like using the corner of the stick to add some slight variation to indicate shadings. You're using a very fine edge as you're putting in little facial features, and before you know it, you look around. Everyone except you and Magnolia has gone to sleep.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
She's just sitting there wide-eyed as she like slowly reaches out a finger to touch the depiction of her sister you've drawn in the dot, and tears begin to well up in her eyes.
Aww.
And then I would like to draw a smaller minotaur, another exact duplicate of the other little minotaur lady, a squat little man, and a very tall, big bosomed winged lady. And then an arrow drawing back to the house and a question mark. Because I essentially want to ask her, my friends and I will take you home.
She looks at it again, looks at this. She picks up her stick and she draws it's not as good as yours, but she draws like a version of herself with your group.
Perfect. Lily would like nod and then like like I don't know how she would like describe it other than just nodding to agree. But she'd like and it's funny because in this moment she takes Magnolia's hand and she's not attempting to communicate with her via telepathy, but they're making physical contact and Lily's essentially thinking like we're gonna take you home to your sister. Promise.
Mm-hmm. And as you say that, she kind of just calls up and puts her head in your lap as she's just like still having her hand on the dot depiction of her sister.
Aww.
Lily would like pet her head around her horns to like help soothe her to sleep, and then as soon as Lily would make sure everyone else was asleep, she would attempt to let the tea take wind.
Alright. So the tea has gone cold, but you take another swig and you let it help ease you into night's embrace. Your dreams are psychedelic.
Yeah. It's like Lily and Chi on a unicorn. There's a lot of rainbows. It's all moving really weird, very wiggly.
There's a
She's having a
Mushroomosaurus
great time.
monster.
A Mushroomosaurus monster. Pyre slays it and then just makes like stir fry.
You are crowned the queens of Candyland.
There's like one of those banners is being pulled up by angels, but instead of angels, it's two Feargrums with wings.
Yes. There's a biblically accurate fall lease.
He looks like Jesus. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's perfect.
Feargrum, you are still sitting there with the elder shaman. You're both just looking at each other.
I look at him. He looks at me.
Kaio's making little snortling noises as she like kicks in her sleep. Mushroom stir fry. Is there anything Feargrum would like to do?
I'm going to sit and stare
Mm-hmm. He stares too.
dwarvishly.
Feargrum, could you make me an insight check?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that is a total of 26.
As you sit there and stare at this man dwarfishly for about an hour, you suddenly realize he has a secondary set of clear eyelids, and judging by the little snot bubble out of his nose, he probably fell asleep staring into your eyes about 30 minutes ago.
The snot bubble.
Dwarvish stare so powerful it puts lizard men to sleep.
However, you also realize that because he has this transparent eyelid, you will never beat him in a staring contest.
Damn it, they're right. Damn you, lizard folk.
I mean, one has to bring up that does moving these eyelids count as blinking?
But what if he starts eyelids down?
Shit.
Exactly, we're all no, we're gonna lose.
I think one would have to become very clear about what the rules of the staring competition is first.
Indeed, indeed. However, you realized you just decided this was a staring contest without any sort of communication. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Not back down from a bloody challenge.
I mean, let's see. If I make noise, I attract the monster.
Whatever that may be.
I would then have to whatever that may be. I would then have to fight it alone because everyone else is asleep. And while this would be a suitable challenge befitting a dwarf,
I meant the staring contest.
honestly, I've used enough spell slots that a long rest would probably be not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. The dwarf begrudgingly decides to use common sense.
The powerful thing about Dwarven Plate is it can be used as a turtle ship while camping.
But his whole limbs go.
Grave, we talked about this. You cannot sleep in full plate.
I
You're not gonna sneak one past me like that.
I had to try. It's Dwarvish Plate.
do you take the effort to wiggle out of your dwarvish plate before going to bed?
No.
You will not get the benefits of a long rest.
Dude, just do it.
I imagine you still wiggle in and out like a turtle, though. Like, you put your arms all the way in, feet, and then you just pop out the top. Or the bottom, I guess.
I mean, common sense says I should get a long rest. Dwarvish sense says that there are enemies nearby and I should not allow myself to be unprotected.
If you wish to forsake the benefits of a long rest, you may. Just know it is your own choice to do so.
Might be okay.
Grave?
I
You're
think.
leaving me a hell of a decision to make here.
Really? This is the decision?
Taking off your clothes
Yes,
before
this is the
nighttime.
decision. Dwarves don't get naked before strangers. Dwarves barely
You-
get naked
You
before,
you
before
still
close
have the
family.
garments on under it. You'd just be taking off the plate.
A dwarf without armor is as good as naked.
Okay. I'm going to need you to make a decision within the next 1 minute so this doesn't hold up session.
But the thing is that, you know, he's now the grudge bearer. He is tasked to acting more dwarvishly. So now he's like, common sense, dwarvish sense. Fuck,
Maybe
which do I
you
pick?
do sit there in that staring contest.
He just sit there staring for hours. Oh god, that's a raging inferno. Apologies. But the entirety of the landmass appears to be on fire.
Oh, that's not good.
And this is why I make the argument that dwarves, at least in dwarvish plate, should be able to have a long rest in plate.
But no.
For sticking to character, I'm going to have to make the dwarvish decision.
Okay. You sleep. You do not get exhaustion. But it was very unrestful. You do not recover any HP nor spell slots.
I mean, that's fine. I've still got over half my spell slots anyway.
Pilgrim, you wake up the next morning very groggy and sore as you sat in the slumped over position all night, falling asleep looking into the elder shaman's beautiful, deep turquoise eyes.
Here's the question though, would my dwarvish snoring attract the monster?
No, because there was a silence rune on the floor.
Oh, you little
Oh,
shit.
good.
What?
Lucky they put that
She's dumping
there.
them in the dirty clothes basket that I compiled from, I mean, I'm not joking. There is a full basket of all the stuff that had been pulled from baskets or left on the floor. Alright? All the socks and everything on top. She's been jumping up there and pulling them out. Your cat's a little shit.
I know that, Mom.
She does what she wants.
Indeed.
So this has happened multiple times now. We take the laundry basket of fresh kitchen towels, set it on the floor next to the drawer. We begin to fold them and put them away. Our Mancoon Aladdin will run up, jump in, and burrow into these towels. We
Okay,
no longer have clean kitchen towels.
I love the fact. I love the fact that your main coon is called Aladdin. That is adorable.
That is a
He's
very
honestly more
cat-
trouble than the real one was.
that's saying something.
All Alibaba does was go from street rat to prince. He killed a djinn. He freed another djinn. You know, all relatively tame stuff. All little shite, on the other hand, all the chaos.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Bonnie, apparently you become a trauma savant.
Nice. I don't know what that means.
Hold on. That means you received enough bonks on the head to get a unique skill.
She does get bonked on the head. Not often,
Hold
but
on, where
she
is
used to
it?
probably.
The Bonnie who got trauma
Okay, I
savant?
just don't know why, but you know the old song, Little Bunny Foo Foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy. Does anyone else know that song?
No.
I do. I know different lyrics to it.
I don't know all the words.
So basically, she tells Bunny Foo Foo to not bop the field mice on the head to be their friends, and if he does it 3 more times, he's gonna get in trouble. So, it takes him 2 tries, but he eventually becomes friends with the field mice, and they're all playing along. And he does pat them all on the head. They're playing a game, they're having fun, and the fairy comes down and is like, "Oh, Foo Foo, I told you not to do this." He's like, "Wait, but no, we're friends now. We were just playing along. The mice are okay." And she's like, "Oh, well, you still did it anyways." And I think she taunts him into a toadstool.
Oh, sad.
Damn.
And I was always like, but, but why?
A bunny.
Banoy.
Anyways, I feel like the good fairy was definitely in the wrong there.
Understandable.
What were we doing?
Do we receive some of us a long rest?
Oh, yes. Fugum, that is what you were doing. Pyre, it's completely dark here. You have not waken up yet. Really, you slowly begin to wake up, and then you're rapidly awake as Linda's hoof connects with your hip.
Oh, ow. I think Lily would start to say ow, and then think she still needs to be quiet, and then just groan.
As you open your eyes, you see that Clementine and Magnolia are both up, and the one lizard folk is scooping up Linda under the arms as she's like thrashing and kicking.
So, did she kick me on purpose or an accident?
You get the idea that she's just lashing out, and you happen to be in the way.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Lily would like rub her hip and like sit up very slowly and stand. Is it still quite dark?
Down here, yes, it is, but as you see one of the lizard folk go up the ladder and lift the trapdoor with his head, light does pour in.
Oh, good. Lily would like sigh and like start like gesturing and be like, "All right, let's go." Everyone up.
Linda is carried over on the one lizard folk's back, and you all find yourself up here in the well-lit room once more.
Well, that's good. Lily would like look at the lizard folk holding Linda and would be like, you can put her down," and would like gesture with her hands.
The lizard folk looks at you, he tilts his head, he clumps over, he like sniffs you, tilts his head the other way.
Put down. Like,
He licks his eyeball.
Lily doesn't know lizard folk, so she would just be making throat sounds.
As you're making those sounds, he does incline, and his like throat sac expands largely.
Lily would like just be sighing in exasperation and would then start to try and like reach for Linda in her rug stick. Or no, her legs are free now, right?
Yeah, she's just like tied to his back for getting up the ladder.
Oh, good. Well, I would start to reach to her to try and untie her since we're up here now.
You're able to do that with a little difficulty. The lizard folk doesn't really make any motion to stop you, but Linda is still thrashing and kicking
That's
indiscriminately.
okay. That's okay.
It takes you a moment, but you get her untied, sat down. She stands up, sneers at the lizard folk, and stomps over to the corner.
That's fair. Lily would give a thumbs up to the lizard guy.
He reaches out, takes your hand, turns it this way, that way, sniffs the thumb,
Okay, buddy.
then, looks over before reaching into his sack, pulling out, a small clump of seaweed and just putting it on your thumb.
Lily would do that thing where you awkwardly smile when a child hands you something sticky. And would just slowly turn around away from the lizard folk to just be like,
The two lizard folk then eventually leave and return to whatever duty they had been on before, as the final lizard lady walks over to you.
Oh, yes,
It-
the lizard lady.
Orb. Help. With pain.
Oh, apologies. I'm more used to the hand motion as a sign of everything's doing good.
Ah. We not have such gestures.
I see. I apologize for making that
use-
assumption.
Tail and throat sack expands to
Oh,
gesture.
interesting. I don't think I can do that. I don't really have the
It's
equipment.
okay. Your throat, no sack. You have sweet sacks. Much better.
Lily turns quite red, but also just she tries so nice to be nice to this woman, and she's kind of look back around at all the Minotaur women and then back to the lizard folk lady and say, um, we still like to make deal with uh the chief.
Deal with chief.
Yes.
I need to ask, because I forgot to make Sessions note, was the lizard folk shaman referred to as chief before?
I'm not sure. I think I'm
I
reaching for
think
the
he
word shaman.
was. I think there might have been one or two times he was referred to as it, but it might not have been often. I think we just decided to call him the chief.
I think generally he's been referred to as Elder.
Maybe that's what it was.
I needed to make sure, because if I referred to him as chief, that was my bad, because he's not actually the chief.
I was gonna say I think that's actually a mistake in my notes because I believe he told us when we met him that he was actually a shaman.
Yes. Okay. She would then look at you. Chief, not here.
Oh, with shaman then.
Papa Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
She would get up. I shall bring Shaman here. Sweet maidens. She puts her hand on your shoulder. Stay here.
Can you
The
bring
little baby
my
she's
friends
holding looks up
too?
at you, sneezes.
like to imagine it's cute when it sneezes, but on Lily's point of view, there is some mist, just a little.
I mean, they got quite big noses, like little mini cannons.
They're like aquatic creatures partially too. It's wet.
Yes. Clearing out all the mucus of the night.
Yes, she does that thing again where she does the awkward smile where it's like, ah, thank you.
What would like eat is dawn meal soon.
Um, we should. I should have. My friend should come see me first, and then we'll figure that out if that's okay.
She nods before getting up, knocking twice on the door as you hear the heavy sound of the wood bar being moved before it opens. She steps out, and then the door is resealed once more.
Lily would like look to the other Minotaur women and be like, okay, this is. I'm gonna attempt the next crucial step of convincing the shaman that we could come to an exchange at the Minotaur village, where we all get to go free, and the things we dispose of monthly will be taken by a lizard folk courier, and we don't have to ask any more questions.
Magnolia slowly raises her hand, as does Clementine. Lydia just looks at you with disgust.
I'm going to, like, I feel really bad about Lydia, but I'm not going to look at her right now. Yes, Clementine.
That sounds like a wonderfully diplomatic solution. And, I appreciate your efforts to that end. But, shouldn't the next step be us getting out of here?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The next step is we leave, we all go to the village, go home. And then what we do instead of them keeping you here is the idea, obviously it would I really don't want to recommend this to other Minotaur women. I want it to be as contained into a circle as I can get it. Although if you ladies, I don't want you're not forced if in this plan, it's not a scheme. I want to get you guys out of here to do whatever you want to do at home. I also understand that there has been a poaching epidemic that whilst these lizard folk aren't exactly preventing it from happening, they are at least attempting to treat you with respect or treat Minotaur women with respect while they do it.
They're swamp-dwelling cannibals. I don't think they understand what respect even is.
Well, I mean, you say that, but the
That
woman
was,
who was
Linda
here.
from the corner.
You're right. Lily like finally turns to like look at her and is like, and trust me, I felt that way too. We've had this conversation with the woman who's here with her baby, and I know she's also lizard folk, and she seems it is just customs for them, and they've been accommodating as much as they can be. But I understand this is a gilded cage, so if I can take away the bars and send you home, that's what I would like to do the most. However, I don't want to.
And that involves negotiating with kidnappers.
Well, no. Well, I suppose they are. I was told that they found the cage the poachers kept you guys in sinking in the swamp, right?
Clementine nods. Yes, that is
So,
when they, first learned of the, milk, and they seemed quite infatuated with it. Had it not
Right.
been for that, I'm not sure if they would have bothered to pull us out or not.
Well, they did. And truthfully, the shaman might just cave and let my companions and I take you guys home. He's doing his best to persuade us otherwise with gifts and not accepting our gifts, sending us on our way. And every time we kind of brought you guys up, he was quite nervous of the fact. So I'm almost thinking if we show him how unhappy you are because of how highly in regard he holds you, all of you, he would only find it right to let us go.
Clementine has an uneasy expression on her face. Lydia continues to sneer. Magnolia raises her second hand.
Yes, Magnolia, we're gonna go through your questions hopefully one at a time, very slowly.
She opens her mouth, then closes it, then opens it again. Home.
Lily would pull out her book and a quill, would be like, I'm sorry. I would ask her to write her questions down for me.
She, hands as she takes it. She tilts her head.
Does only one of the Cottontail sisters know how to write? Lily's genuinely shocked that Magnolia knew any of those words because Lily doesn't know what any of those words mean.
You will remember, the Khan sisters actually were merchants who owned a textile store and had much larger cotton fields until those were burnt up, and had been talking about rebuilding to the point they were at, which is why they wanted to secure the second house.
Right. Okay. I completely forgot about that. Lily would kind of look and would be like, I don't know if anything the lizard folk do are subject to laws on tariffs.
Magnolia takes it. One second.
Hello, Sharky the gay shark. Welcome to the stream.
Good name.
Very good name.
Good name. Good name.
She writes that.
Lily's like genuinely impressed. She's got like her eyebrows raised. She's like, "Huh, what do you know?"
I'm
I'm gonna need to make a note to self to maybe consider employing the Cottontail sisters. If we created some sort of official exchange where they provide perhaps gems, and the freedom of the Minotaur women here, us, the four that they have in this
Okay.
room.
As you say that, Magnolia looks down at her chest, looks at the goose egg sized rhinestone set on the table, looks down at her chest, looks at the stone. She looks up with you. This is a
Multiple
look you've only ever
stones?
seen in her backseat merchants before.
I'm getting somewhere. Did I hold on to
One
any of the gems he handed?
Trash. Another man.
I think Pyre might have all of them. Oh, I have a leaf. Yeah, Pyre's
She
got
then
it.
takes the notebook.
And I think it would make sense, like volumetrically. Yeah, exactly. And they feel that way about, this. So we tell them we want our freedom and the gems that they provide, and in exchange, they they will send a lizard courier, and the courier will receive. How many buckets do they usually get now? Just one?
All three of them have brought their eyes.
I'm sorry. I really hate to ask. Okay. Because I think as long as I don't want to like just drop this on the other Minotaur women. But I know from personal experience, I just dump whatever, If we say that they get like 2 buckets a month, that's pretty substantial. It's probably more than they're getting now. And they already made cheese with what little they had, so
You watch as Magnolia looks around. She takes like a small water damage picture off the wall. Just kind of whips off the canvas, then takes some loose twigs, winds them to the edges of the frame as she puts some like beads over them, and has made a makeshift abacus.
incredible.
And she starts like clacking the beads.
Yeah, note to self,
Mag-
consider hiring the Cottontail sisters.
Magnolia. Then there's a pause. Lydia. Then there's another pause. Theodosia. There's another pause. Beth. Like she's moving a lot of beads as she's making little tally marks in the dot.
Lily would also maybe be like, well, I don't know if you can include Beth on the list. Hers is gonna be needed soon.
She tilts her head. Heavy producer.
That's true.
Then she pauses and looks up at you, her eyes wide as she suddenly realizes the implication of what you said.
Lily just kind of awkwardly has her hands together, like doing the thing with her fingers where it's like bink, 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 bink.
Yeah. Alright,
She's like,
so
do we, I don't
on
think we
that
should
note,
include
as
her."
subject suddenly changes, Clementine and Magnolia, excited about this news, Theoclum, the lizard folk look to you as you all praise the engineering issue ahead You have Pyre about 3 rungs up the ladder, butt first, but you lack the leverage to fully haul her up the ladder.
Butt first.
I'm
Tried
picturing
tying a
this,
rope
it's
around her
hilarious.
waist. Unfortunately, the branch that you secured above snapped.
I have a solution for this, though.
Uh-huh.
It's called daylight.
You
Uh,
cast daylight?
you cast
Mhm.
it.
Wow.
Dun, dun,
My
dun.
eyes.
Pyre, you awaken as your visor clicks open with this melody.
Wait, is there actually a bell? Hold on. It's Pyre just like yawns. Hello. What's going? What? Why am I upside down? Why am I upside? Where's my butt? Spire just looks around very confused. Pilgrim, I thought you gave up these ways.
Look, the lizard folk wanted you to be up and out of here.
Oh, well then they should have put me in a dark pit underground with no sunlight. Where's Bonnie and
That's
Careful?
what I tried telling them.
Okay, hold on. Let me just. Nope. His Spire's just gonna end up flopping onto the floor. Okay, and then she's gonna start going up the ladder.
You all make it up as you are in this room again. You hadn't really taken much time to examine these surroundings the night before as you rushed down the hole, but now you see that this room has like a small stone altar. There are like almost tikis carved around it. There are runes inscribed along the pieces of slate that are each framed on the wall. A large piece of jade seems to set on a pedestal right before the large stone statue. You can make out what looks like paintings of fish and some trees, and the room has a heavy incense smell to it.
Oh. Pyre will. Wait, were you describing the room for Pyre or anyone else?
Both of you.
Mhm.
Pyre will kind of like look around a little bit before she'll just kind of think a moment. Okay, so before she will then look over to the lizard man. Okay, you have a lot of explaining to do.
He looks up at you. He licks his eyeball.
Okay, so one.
He holds up his staff to your mouth. First, done meal. Then, talkie yap.
Pyre, as he finishes talking, he'll see Pyre with her mouth open, ready. No, Ginny! No, Ginny! No! Bad Kitty! Bad!